Queen's Comic Podcast. Hey, hey, let's go.
Go for it.
Hey, what's up? I'm Billy Bombs. This is the Queen's Comic Podcast.
I'm Ian. I have a hat on.
Oh, nice. Now
Yeah,
Ian
you know why?
with a hat.
You know why I have a hat on?
Why?
We have no heat.
Again?
Constantly. I would just like to take this moment to say A&E Realty can suck my ass.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I popped my hip out somehow earlier.
What?
Yeah, I've been in pain all day, and then some contractors messed up some drain pipe, so I just had to run over and help guys fix that, and I'm in pain.
That sucks.
It's all right because people cut corners, and I'm not a big fan of that. And heating is number one, what I'm not a fan of.
Right.
Like, don't cut corners; just let that shit run.
Yep.
It's like a car engine. If you stop and go, all you're gonna do is get yourself sick. Yeah. I also have a cold from dealing with heat yesterday, where I had to fix everybody's heating. Because I give a shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, so let's see if this thing launches. I don't need to use the computer one. I just wanted to download while we're doing this. But let's start up. What's new with you? You were on vacation for the weekend. How was it?
Yeah, we went to Allentown, Pennsylvania, and it was nice. We just took it easy. We did a little bit of shopping. We wandered around Bethlehem, which is the neighboring town.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful little university town. Very quaint, charming downtown area. We had a nice lunch there. We went to a nice restaurant for dinner and just took it easy, relaxed. But I did hit a comic store while we were out there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The Zoom thing just loaded on my computer and tried to join up, so I would have two computers going at the same time.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was
That's
like,
okay.
crap.
All right. We'll figure it out for next time. But
But what's good is I'll finally get the widescreen.
Yeah, finally. So should we go over our pickups?
Yeah, you want to go first?
Sure. I'll start with new books. All right. So I picked up Absolute Superman #1. I have not read it yet.
All right. I got it too. I haven't read it as well.
All right. Let's then we'll move on. More interesting than that, I picked up Vendetta, Holy Vindicator #5, the first issue of Steve McCreedle's comic in 30 years. I picked up the paperback that Power Comics put out, I think it was last year.
Nice.
Through Floating World. So this is a continuation of that story. It's every bit as awesome as that cover looks. Look how badass that cover is.
I love that.
So good. So good. And I made a post about it on Instagram. I tagged him in it, and he said there's more to come. So
excellent. I got to get that now. I like that crazy cover.
Yeah, so happy that this came out. Issue #4, Cruel Universe. Pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Mine's at the shop.
The Oni EC stuff is getting better. It wasn't a great start, but I feel like it's been pretty solid the last couple issues, so happy to have that.
Excellent.
Something is Killing the Children, #0.
Very nice.
Yep. So that's it for new issues this week.
Oh, let me go over my new issues, then let's go over the old stuff we picked up.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. I also got the Superman. So I got different covers. This guy did a signing at Midtown. I should have met up with him. Did I show this last week? The tribute to Justice League of America?
No, I don't think so. That's cool.
Sorry about the background. Yeah, I love this cover.
Yeah, I like that too.
But it's a Batman book, which kind of annoyed the shit out of me. I hate that when they do a great cover for another book on another company.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's like, it should have been on the Creatures. This I have to get a bag and board. Space Usagi, #1.
Oh, that's cool.
This is ridiculous. I love it. I got this as a gift. AEW the comic. Don't know why. From DC. All right. Here's two things. Do you have this? DC All In special?
I didn't get a copy.
Grab it. Every store still has them.
Yeah.
This is the first appearance of all these Absolute guys.
Yeah.
And then I got a book that G.I. Joe got relaunched with Jenny Frison cover.
Oh, that's nice.
But it's a metal cover, so I paid $5.99.
Okay.
This thing, like, you can hear, like, it went against the magnet. I was like, holy shit. That was it for all new stuff. But I just wanted to show it off. And then I got one more book at Midtown at St. Mark's Comics. I'm going to use it for my art. It's missing a lot of stuff, but I thought it was cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. For $5. I was like, cool.
Yeah, it's a good price for that.
Yeah. So what's your vintage books?
All right. So I'll get to the stuff I picked up in Pennsylvania in a minute. We stopped off at Comic Book Station on Sunday on the way home.
Excellent.
Where I found an issue of Family Bones #1, which is inked by Ken Landgraf in their dollar bin.
Very nice.
And it's been a while, but got a couple of Nancy books.
Oh, very nice.
So I was happy to get those. They're low grade, but that's okay. I just like to have them and read them. But yeah, so we stopped at a comic book store in Allentown called The Encounter,
Okay.
and they were having a 75% off sale on all back issues. So that's a pretty steep discount. So
Yes.
I loaded up. I got Scary Tales, number 10,
Cool.
and number 14.
Very
I
nice.
guess I guess I'm working on this run now, kind of accidentally.
Yeah, I have some more of them here. You gotta check out.
Yeah, definitely. Another run that I am actually working on is Charlton's Haunted Love, Tales of Gothic Romance. So I got issue 5.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Um, Tales of Terror number 6.
That's a good set. Like, I'm scared to make that whole run.
Yeah, and number 9.
That's a great cover.
I'm only missing one issue now. Last week you showed this one off, but I picked one up too.
I love that book. I'm so happy you got it.
Yeah, so again, I'm only missing one issue to finish that run.
The other one that's very good from that series, Alien Encounters.
Mhm.
The one cover is so cool. If I could find a tattoo artist to do it, I would get it because it's very 90s, not very 80s exercise. You know.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I got Dr. Graves number 31 with a cool Steve Ditko cover.
That's excellent. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
All right, cool. Go on.
Because I like smut, I picked up Howard Chaykin's Black Kiss Triple X Christmas in July book,
That's nice.
which was the last Black Kiss issue that I needed, so I finished that series.
Are you going to try and get him to sign anything at the next Big Apple?
Is he going to be at Big Apple?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Then yeah, I
We're
might.
going to go over some Big Apple things today.
Okay,
Just let me know on time so I don't waste it all just showing books. I got some funny
Sure.
stuff to talk about.
sure. I got Joe Linsner's Sinful Susie Gallery number 1.
That is so cool. Is that
Yeah.
one of his books he put out?
Yeah, it's a self-published like little sketchbook basically, signed with a COA.
Excellent.
I got issue number 1 of the Paper Cuts Tales from the Crypt revamp.
Nice.
It's not great, but it is an official EC book technically, so I grabbed it because it was cheap. Alien Encounters number 3.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep. Dawn Return of the Goddess number 1. This is the signed and numbered edition variant,
Very nice.
again with a cool COA. Faithless Volume 2 number 6. Great cover on that. And then I got some magazine size stuff as well. I got Joe Linsner's The Vampire's Christmas, the graphic novel.
Very cool.
This cost me $1.25.
That's excellent.
Yeah. I got an issue of Help, which was what Harvey Kurtzman did after he left Mad Magazine.
Mhm.
I got an issue of Penthouse Comics with some Corbin art in it. Crazy cover on there.
Mhm.
I got 15 Years of Heavy Metal Special, another Corbin cover.
Nice.
And then I got the Heavy Metal Corbin Special, which is all Corbin stuff, the whole issue.
Cool.
We talked about Eerie Publications a while back. I got this copy of Witch's Tales, which is falling apart, but it cost me $2, so I'm okay with it. Look at that cover. It's nuts.
Dude, that is so cool.
Yeah, love that stuff. I got the first issue of Comics Book, which was Marvel's attempt to do an underground comic that only lasted 4 or 5 issues.
I have the first 2.
Yeah.
One of them is very racist.
Yeah, they're pretty mediocre. And then the most interesting thing that I got is Nickelodeon number 1, which is kind of like a sci-fi magazine. It's mostly prose. I had never seen this before, but that's
That is so cool.
killer Corbin cover on that. So I was very happy to get that. It was priced at $50, but it was 75% off, so it came to $12.50.
All right, let's I'm gonna start off with the first book I got. This was a magazine that I thought was fantastic, called Substance Comics. I know nothing of it.
Yeah, I've never heard
The
of that.
spring 1994.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
I thought this was dope. But then I started racking up. Oh wait, sorry. Some of the stuff is mixed, like old books that I'm still trying to find a new poem in my house for. So I apologize. Ooh, another bag of board. But I picked up some good stuff. Like, did I show off Secret Six last week?
You might have.
My mistake, my mistake. Because like when you grab a lot of books, and I'm dividing all my books into artists now,
Okay.
and then also Secret Six is like a series I'm trying to finish. So like I'm a few issues off, but it's getting there. It's just I'm getting a little bit crazy because I racked up so much good books last week. Like this is a great Green Lantern.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I paid very low. All this stuff I got kind of at Hot Flips, and also no, I'm lying. I got this from Uncle Joe, who got his entire stuff bought out by one guy who's that good. But I racked up all this stuff. I got that Green Lantern. I got this great Jimmy Olsen where he's a bum, and Superman's trying to get him to help out. This I want to guess this is like a Gil Kane cover or a tribute to Gil Kane.
Is it Gil Kane? It looks. I mean, I
It
can't
looks
tell.
very much like his Green Lantern style.
It looks kind of like Neil Adams to me.
Yeah, but maybe not. I'll check. But they get better because one book was like really good. I saw people charging a fortune for these books, and I got these for like $2-3 each.
Nice.
But though, let me show off. They're in order, but like which I'm very happy for. I got myself more Jack Kirby doing Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I also before I picked up the first Dark Side.
Yeah.
Another great cover.
I like that.
Yeah. Oops, sorry. This one. The Rongo Superman. These are great.
Yeah, these are
Like
all fun
$2
covers.
each. Like I got better stuff in here, but like for me, this is like excellent.
Was that Superman playing baseball? Seems like
Yeah.
he shouldn't be
But let
allowed
me
to play
skip
baseball.
ahead because some of these are boring. But like they're like my favorite kind of boring. Action comics, you know what I mean? Like for what I paid for this was fantastic. And they only get better and better. And then other dealers had other stuff. Let me not mix them up. This one is up your. I got a couple of books that you may want, but I'm trying to keep it.
I have that one.
You got it?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have this one?
No, I don't know that book.
Yeah, I didn't know what this was. Zombie Terrors #1 from Asylum Press. This was cool. This one you probably got, but I love it.
Yeah, love that cover.
Yeah, this is fantastic. And then I love these cheesecake covers from Thunderbolts.
Oh, those are pretty cool. I don't think I've seen those before.
There's about 5 or 6 of them only. That's where they change it up before they cancel the series.
Okay.
All right. His Batmans were like, I don't have that many books, so I have like really good stories to go with them. I missed out on these on Street Side. Anthony got them one time, and I couldn't grab them. The Alex Ross's X-Men.
You're getting some glare there.
Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I didn't know about this Spider-Man one, which I love.
I have seen that one before. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. But then here's the Batman.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Sorry about the glare. I love these Batmans. They're like so good.
Oh, I love that cover. I've seen that before.
Yeah, this one is so good. I paid very little for all this stuff because he hooked me up, which I love. Because they're all in Mylar, so they're super shiny.
Right. You got all these from Joe?
Uncle Joe, yeah. The one I showed you, the last one, is going to blow you away. This one I always wanted, and it's in great condition. This is always the most beat up copy of Batman I've ever seen, where it's crime in Canada, trouble in Tibet, evil in England, mystery in Mexico, hazard in Holland. You're like, it's so corny, but this is always the most beat to shit comic I've ever seen in my life. Happy to have it now.
Looks like it's in pretty decent shape.
It's fantastic, bro. It's so good. And then it's this book who, if you have this, I'd be shocked. But bam, Big Daddy Roth.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Yeah, I've never seen a Rat Fink comic.
There's 2 or 3 issues, I think.
Yeah,
From
this
the
is
same
number
publisher.
1. It's a little chewed up in the corner, but I love it. It's so great. And then I got one more book. Give me 1 second. Don't touch that dial. I bought a collection yesterday that was so much fun. I finally have a German Green Lantern.
Grunloch.
I was so happy. 30 cents. Grunloch, which I'm guessing is green light.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. Either way, and it's a Superman, and but in here is like, oh, like what always gets to me in these books is that there's other stuff in here. Like there's an Adam Strange story, which
Yeah,
I
a lot
love.
of the foreign stuff always has like different backups and stuff.
This was great. Now, if only I can get a bag and board in my house for this sucker, I'll be happy.
Is it a funny size?
It's a little bit bigger. It's a Silver Age size book,
Okay.
but it's from '81 in October '81. It's a couple years older than me.
That's pretty cool.
But so let's go to the agenda for today. I've gone down a deep hole of trying to get all the info I can for the original Big Apple Comic Con from the late '90s till now. Holy crap, is it a pain in my ass? People online are selling advertisements of Big Apple from back in the day. Like they started in like '96 because I'm working on videos with Mike Carbo and Pop Comics,
Right.
and they're fun. They're very fun. But trying to find the original info and what was what and yada yada. He used to have Glenn Danzig as a regular guest.
Really?
Yeah, he's literally advertised in 1997 as Glenn Danzig, the sign, Satanica.
Oh yeah, he was doing all the erotic stuff.
Yeah, and he was just like a regular in like the hotel, I
That's
guess he
kind
was
of
telling people
amazing.
to tell you, huh?
That's kind of amazing. He should try and get him again.
Yeah, right. I was like, yo, I would love to meet Glenn Danzig at a Big Apple Comic
Yeah,
Con.
me too. I'd stand in line for that.
Yeah, yeah. Like the thing is though, what Big Apple was doing so good on like so many good shows was the guests
Mhm.
because nobody gave a shit for any of these people before.
Right.
Now being a nerd is like the coolest thing on earth, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Cheap
No,
to be
it's,
geeky
I
kind of
mean,
weird.
what we used to get beat up and made fun of for when we were kids is now like so mainstream, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like painful. I
Yeah.
was like, you're joking, and I was like,
They used to take my comic books away from me if I brought them to school. They'd take them away from me. Now there's graphic novels in libraries.
yeah,
It's
which
a
I
good
love.
thing,
Yeah, yeah, but like
but
the geeks will inherit the earth,
yeah.
but Big Apple had such good shit. Like I met the cast of Star Trek: The Next Generation there. I met Captain Kirk. You know what I mean?
I went to my
Uh,
first Big Apple when I moved here in 2008. And it's not at the New Yorker. It was at a different
Penn
hotel.
Plaza,
Yeah, it was at Penn Plaza.
Penn Plaza, or
And
Pennsylvania, or Penn Pavilion, something like that. Right across
yeah,
the street from MSG.
yes, exactly. And one of the big guests there was Lorenzo Lamas.
No shit, that's great. Did you
Yeah.
get to meet the? Did you get to meet the? What was the show he was on? Renegade.
Renegade, yep.
Did you get to meet Renegade?
And we spoke briefly, but I didn't want to pay like $40 for an autograph.
Uh Now people are like giving left arms for it. Yeah, there was one I saw like the Highlander was there.
Mhm.
Christopher Lambert. I've been calling him Lambert for years. Like it's Lambert.
I did tell Lorenzo Lamas how much I love the Snake Eater movies, though.
I never even seen those.
You've never seen the Snake Eater movies? Okay, so
No, no.
they're Canadian made action films from like the late 80s where he plays like a former soldier who has to basically fight crime in the woods. And
Okay.
they're
That's
all
awesome.
like shot around where my mom lives, like in cottage country here. They're
Are they
great.
like their version of Prey?
Like Prey? No, no, not that intense. It's like a vigilante type, you know. He's a
That's
soldier.
awesome.
He's got to get his gear back together and go out and like shoot bad guys who are causing problems in the woods.
Yo, that's excellent. I
Yeah,
love stuff like
they're a
that.
lot of fun. They're way out of print, so they're tough to track down. I don't know if they're streaming anywhere or not. I have the DVDs, but they're out of print. There needs to be like a Blu-ray box set. So,
Dude, I'm starting to get more back into films now,
mhm.
and some stuff is so bad, but I'm enjoying them.
I did just last night finally get around to watching Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm like the last guy on the planet who saw it.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was fun. Didn't change my world or anything, but it was fun. That's all I
Uh,
wanted out of it.
they're
Too
very
long.
funny in that movie.
Sorry?
They're very funny in that movie.
Yeah, it was 20 minutes too long, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah, Blade was excellent.
Yeah, I was very happy to see him show up.
Yeah, when he was like, "There's only one Blade, and that's
Yeah.
all there ever gonna be."
Yep.
Best line. But Wolverine, that version of Wolverine was excellent.
Hmm.
You know, the Calverine was pretty cool too.
Yeah, it cracked me up when the first Wolverine you saw is all short. And he's like, oh,
Dude,
comic
that's my
popular.
height. I was so mad.
I also liked that when he showed up in the brown outfit that Deadpool says, oh, John Byrne, classic brown outfit.
You know they're making a film. They're gonna make a film out of that one.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the Hulk movie with Wolverine.
Okay.
And I was like, why not? Fuck it.
Go for it.
Yeah, that's gonna be brown costume. Like I love the brown costume, but holy smokes!
Yeah.
You know, you gotta remember, I was born in '84, so when I was like 6, Wolverine had the yellow by then.
Hmm.
You know, and then it was always that.
Yeah, it was brown costume when I got into him as a kid.
You
So
say
for
again,
me,
it was a brown, right?
yeah. So for me, brown costume is the costume Wolverine's supposed to have.
Oh yeah, but before that, when he came out, he had the little horns and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, the yellow costume is iconic, but the brown somehow fits better.
Hmm.
All I know is they got to be careful. They get me hooked on comics again with some of these ridiculousness.
Yeah.
You know, I can't wait to see what's the next comics coming out. But are you going to do Big Apple Con? You coming out there?
Yeah, I'll swing by.
Cool. Is there anything you're going to hunt down?
Well, I think I mentioned last episode, I want to get a signature and maybe a sketch from Larry Wells.
Larry Wells? Nice.
Yeah. I just got to go to my storage locker and find my cherry Pop-Tart #1 because I don't know where it is. It's in a locker somewhere. So yeah, I want to get a signature on that cherry Pop-Tart #1 and maybe a sketch depending on how much he's charging for them. And then, I never know what I want until I see it.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Sorry, you just reminded me. I bought a big book I've been looking for,
What's that?
and I have no idea where it went. You just got me good, and I was like, hey, where is everything else? Because I finally got Action Comics 894, the first death in Marvel universe, in the DC universe.
Oh, cool. I know you've been after that for a while.
Yeah, and it cost me roughly $100,
Oh, that
which
much?
is the most I've ever paid for a comic, for like a new comic book.
I didn't know it was that expensive.
Yeah, because I had one before and it was moldy, so I threw it out. I don't have the heart to pass the buck to somebody else. You know what I mean?
No, you got to get rid of moldy comics because that shit will spread.
Yeah. And I was like, dog, you sold it to me for like $10, and it was moldy as a bastard.
Right.
But now I'm all thinking, I'm like, where the hell did it go? I'm sure I put it away somewhere. But I bought so many comics. I've had so much fun. And I don't know if this happens to anybody else who watches our show. You get so many comics that you forget what the hell you got.
Yep.
You know, like right now, like I'm so happy. I'm happy I get to put this stuff away now because I was waiting for the show to like go through it. And like I'm looking for it because it's a beautiful copy. And you know how it is. Our guys are always like, it's minty. It's a 9.8, I swear.
Right.
Like I give a shit. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. No, I was doing the same thing. I had this stack set aside so that I could show it off on camera, and now I can put it in a box.
yeah, and then we'll never look at it again. Which I'm
Right.
like, I
Forget
don't know
that
if
I
we're
have
the
it.
wrong ones on this one. But I have like so much books here I want to go over, man. Like I love comics, man, but like sometimes I think we're crazy.
You think what?
I think we're crazy. We don't enjoy
Oh, no,
them.
definitely. Absolutely. No question about it.
Yeah, man. Sorry, I also am in like battling a low cold. I'm trying.
Yeah, I can tell you sound a little congested.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just can't wait till the winter's here. Let it stay for a little bit, then go.
Uh-huh.
And that same thing is for your heat. That should be blasting right now.
Should be.
Yeah, damn. No wonder you guys have like a tenants association.
Oh, yeah. No, we're taking these fuckers to court.
You have to.
Yep.
They want to be bums. You treat them like bums.
That's right.
But shit, for comics, I made a couple of lists, a couple of big books. I think I told you recently, like what I really, really want.
Mm-hmm.
But like even then, I'm just like, yeah, if it happens, it happens. I'm not worried.
Yeah, exactly. Life doesn't end.
No, and I can't wait to meet a lot of artists at the next show. But like, it's weird how like everybody that I'm meeting new is all into Pokemon, and I'm like, no, you got to get into something else.
It's crazy popular. I found a copy of the first Pokemon comic at a local flea market for $2 a couple of weeks back. I think I told you this.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured, it has some value. It's like a $20-$30 book, but am I wrong, or did that thing hit like $100 or $150 during the COVID boom?
Yes.
It did,
Yeah,
right?
because there's one story I won't be named. We had 300 of them,
Hmm.
and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna wait till it reaches over 100," and now it's like $20.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they paid 25 a piece for it at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna say who because it's
Yeah.
dumb.
I mean, I figured for $2 I'll just grab it. It's the first Pokemon comic. I'll leave it in a box. When I die, my kids will be like, "This is cool."
Yeah, damn, that was in some weird shit.
No, they're of the age that they grew up with Pokemon. So like,
No, but it'd still be kind of weird. It's like me. If I ever have kids and I die, they're gonna find like a vampire hunting kit. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, no, my kids will find a complete run of Faust and wonder what it's doing in the same box as like some old Micronauts comics, you know?
Fair. And still not signed from Michael Golden.
Not signed by Michael Golden. No.
Yeah,
No.
that's hysterical. And like he was getting credited for a lot of toys in the '80s. I was watching a lot of documentaries lately. I've been on a real kick. Ink Master and watching the toy documentaries and little retro stuff.
Yeah.
And that dude did a lot back
He really
in the day.
did. He's a great artist.
That man is talented as fuck.
He is. Great artist.
Yeah.
Designed the Danzig skull.
Like he didn't get the credit. That's why he's like kind of like right now trying to get money.
Yeah, he's a little salty when you talk to him. But
Yeah.
I mean, the man's ridiculously talented, super influential. One of the things I really liked about Cartoonist Kayfabe before obviously it ended was Jim and Ed were big Mike Golden boosters. And they, I think, brought some awareness to his work that maybe wasn't there before, and they got maybe some more eyeballs on his work. He deserves it. I mean, his work is really, really good, but he should have been recognized as an A-lister, and I don't feel like he ever was.
100% right. 100% right.
Super
like it's painful because especially because you bring up Cartoonist Kayfabe.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, like we kind of like just went over that and just like moved on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the funny part is all the people that are kind of involved in harassing him, they're like kind of meaningless now. Because they have nobody to fight with now, so nobody cares.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm only waiting for artwork. Like I showed you last week, I picked up some artwork from new people.
Yep.
I'm loving stuff like that, but I'm not sweating anything. You know what I mean? Like I don't get it. I really don't get what's going on in this world. But like, America's had some wild week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the last week and a half has been a little insane.
Yeah,
and I have a feeling that this is just the beginning.
Oh, 100%.
Next,
I have no
4
idea.
years are going to be nuts.
Yeah, like there's gonna be a lot more superheroes because we're building nuclear factories soon. So you know what happens when you make nuclear
power? We're all going to turn to mutants.
Yeah, or we're going to be French. Either way, it works out fine.
Yeah.
They do nuclear heavy. But let's see, man. You know what I mean? Like I have no dude. It's wild when you feel like you're in a Superman comic circa 1938.
Yeah.
Where like you're fighting crappy criminals, shitty cops, corrupt landlords, and evil politicians. And don't get me wrong,
white supremacists in there too.
Huh?
Throw some white supremacist assholes.
Oh yeah, that's a given on Superman. Yeah. They're like, oh, look at him. He looks like he's Jewish. I didn't know that that's not a regular look for people because I grew up with people with black hair and black eyes. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know that wasn't like a thing back in the day in the world, in like when they were doing comics.
Yeah.
Everybody looked like Captain America, and I did not know that. So, slowly but surely I'm learning, like at 40, you can see, you never stop learning really.
Right.
But did you hear InfoWars was bought out by The Onion?
That was a ray of sunshine in an otherwise very bleak week.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to change any of the headlines.
I hope they don't.
Yeah, well, except anything that's evil. Like that guy had some straight up evil.
Yeah. Now, Alex Jones can rot in hell.
Yeah.
And The Onion, when I saw the article this morning, I was like, I smiled for the first time in a while.
That's like the funniest thing. It's like saying the Village Voice is back to help rock and roll.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, it fits. The Onion's here to help InfoWars bring back comedy.
Do you ever listen to a podcast called Knowledge Fight?
No. What is that?
Okay, so Knowledge Fight is a podcast hosted by two failed stand-up comedians named Dan and Jordan. And twice a week, they go over the latest Alex Jones broadcasts. That's
fantastic.
It's simultaneously fascinating, hilarious, and terrifying all at once.
That's fair.
Highly recommend.
I'm going to add that on Knowledge Fight because I listen to only a few podcasts. I listen to Conspiracy Theory on Spotify, which is just telling you stories, but nothing crazy.
Right.
In reality, it talks about like a serial killer from the 40s type shit. Maybe a werewolf in London, you know what I mean? Like nothing wild, nothing evil. The comic book conspiracy, which is a store.
Yeah, I've listened to them on a semi-regular basis. They're pretty good.
Yes, yeah, they're excellent.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan is not that good.
I never saw the appeal.
I like it when they talk to like certain people, like the ancient aliens guys.
Mhm. No, he gets interesting guests on. It's just, I don't know. I've never been a fan of Joe Rogan.
He's okay. I think he's pretty funny.
He
Like
can be,
as
but
a
I don't know.
stand-up. But like this show, I'm like, this is like cringy sometimes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I'm more into it's funny how we're getting in a podcast on a podcast,
Mhm.
but like I like the criminal ones, like the Connect, which talks about drug dealers. But I listen to you guys from New York because they're good storytellers.
Have you ever listened to 11 O'Clock Comics?
No,
It's really good.
11 o'clock comics getting
Really
ads.
good. The episodes are long. They tend to be like 2 hours long sometimes. But one of the hosts, Vince B, has very similar taste in comics and film to me. So maybe I'm a little biased, but he's into like a lot of European cult cinema and European horror films and stuff like I am. Knows his stuff there. But he also huge Richard Corbin booster. They've done a couple of episodes on like Carl Barks and Don Rosa Duck stuff. They cover the mainstream stuff, but they cover a lot of indie stuff too. I think you'd probably find a lot to appreciate with it. They're very good at what they do.
I'll check it out. Yeah. Because like I lost favor with a lot of stuff. Like I hate Talk is Jericho. I hate all that stuff. Like I used to like wrestling podcasts, but I was like, well, what story are you gonna tell me that's new?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I don't care about rock and roll like I used to. And a lot of times you'll hear like me and you, if we did an interview with somebody, we try to let the guy talking that being interviewed do the talking.
Yeah.
But then when you go to other guys, it's the host talking more. I'm like, yo, shut up already.
Right.
You know, but that's how people are, man. They want to be like the star of whatever the hell they're doing. I'm like, that's no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's pretty much for us this week. We're like doing a quick one about different stuff.
Yeah.
We had some good comics.
We got some good comics. We ranted about politics a little bit.
Yeah, very little because to be honest with you, we have no idea what's coming.
Nope.
We have no idea. People are like, oh, it's going to be great. I'm like, let's see.
Pray for the best, prepare for the worst.
Yeah, but that's it for us. We're the Queen's Comic Podcast.
And yeah, we are the Queen's Comic Podcast.
I'm Billy.
I'm Ian.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Queen's Comic Podcast.